I'd rather be cheering. We gotta be cheering. You want us to cheer for like 30 seconds straight? What the fuck? Got fucking people over to us and chirping over and wild dogs all over the desk. So, it appears we're back.
He's gonna knock your drink over, Joe. He's
We're
going for
back.
that drink.
Yeah, well, whatever. I guess we just got the dog on the desk now. Or over there. Or wherever. So anyhow, we were chilling. Oh, we're back, by the way, if you didn't notice. I hope you enjoyed the videos. I know I did.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, we were chilling a couple weeks ago, maybe 3, 4, maybe a couple months. I can't remember exactly. But Billy hollered at me and Joe. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, the Netflix hollered at us. And we're like, oh, carry on. Speak up. Netflix, you say, huh? So anyhow, the head of casting for the cartoon department at Netflix had got a hold of us and told us that there's a cartoon in 2021 coming out on Netflix. It's a Netflix cartoon, obviously, put out by Netflix, and it's called Inside Job. And me and Jay are officially doing a couple vibes. We're playing ourselves on it like we usually do in cartoons. We've done a few cartoons.
One thing I gotta correct you on though, you keep saying Netflix. This is Dick Flicks.
Oh yeah, Dick Pics.
Dick Flicks is the network we're on.
Oh, Dick Flicks. Okay, so it's the
Dick Flicks.
It's the pornographic penis channel.
Or maybe I'm confused. No,
that's the
all
one
I'm
that-
being told. It is Netflix.
Sorry. Fuck, I was hoping it was Dick Flicks. Anyhow, so basically, you know, we've done a few cartoons. We did that Aqua Hunger Teen fuck whatever the fuck it's called, the Squidbillies, and I don't know, maybe more. Who fucking knows? I'm not keeping score. Are you? But anyhow,
I am actually.
Matter of fact, it's fucking sucked because one of them flipped their voices up and it was like, whatever. But this time, man, these motherfuckers were so professional and fresh. It's a real fucking political, like, driven cartoon for adults. It's not a kid cartoon. But that's what's on Netflix now anyhow. Unless you go to the kid thing, it's all adult. There's mad adult cartoons. But this one is of the political variation. We're actually saying shit. We had no fucking clue what it even meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the Gary Jones papers? You know what I'm saying? You're like, I don't know that exactly. But we're like, what the fuck is the Gary Jones papers?
And then when they explain
oh,
it,
that
we
just
still
means
don't
that
know
you're
what they
taking
mean.
5 cents off the top on a scam. We're just like, still don't know what the fuck that means. You know what I'm saying?
Have they sent stills yet of so we can see what the cartoon
No,
is?
but however, it was so in effect, we didn't have to fly to LA or New York or wherever fucking Netflix is based at. We did it right here at fucking in Rusty's Boom Boom room. We had to buy all this fucking software where you can actually sync up your fucking your fucking Pro Tools on your computer to each other across the fucking country. So we'd be in our fucking booth doing the vocals for this cartoon, and it would be going into their computer in LA or wherever the fuck they're at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Technology, the future.
That
You know what I'm
shit
saying?
blew Joey's mind.
I didn't understand. I'm so used to like fucking rapping into headphones, connected a wire connected to a boombox. I didn't understand technology. I didn't do it because I thought it was like some bad science fiction shit, and we are gonna get cancer in our heads from recording it. So I didn't do it. But we both did it, and it's gonna be fresh. I made that sound so lame. It's amazing. But no, it's dope. It's coming out this coming up year, and the pandemic ain't fucking with it. Just a bunch of people in booths doing their lines. But yeah, it's a very small part, but it may lead to bigger parts on that show or to different shit on Netflix just in general.
What do you mean small part? We're reoccurring characters.
Well, we've only done one episode so far.
Hey,
Small part on that episode.
We're on every episode.
Did you hear what I said after it?
We got big
said
rolls,
lead
dude.
to
Big
more
rolls,
shit.
man. Big rolls.
Big rolls. Only big rolls in my pocket, my bankroll.
Springing off of that, there's also a Netflix documentary about Woodstock '99 that you guys are going to be a part of as well.
That's right. But
So,
a lot of shit for Netflix coming up. Yeah,
And
no
so,
doubt.
you know, Woodstock '99 is legendary because it was like 250,000 attendees.
Right, the big fires, all
you know,
that shit.
Yeah, and then at the end it started going south because they're charging like $5 for a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Speaking of
rioting, looting.
Netflix,
Dick
I'd
Flick?
like
Are we talking about Dick Flicks or Netflix? still?
Netflix.
Okay, not just, I don't want to be confused.
Speaking of
mislead people.
Netflix, I want to talk about the John Kickjazz documentary. A lot of people have been asking, where's the John Kickjazz documentary? You guys did the Carnival Carnage show with all proceeds going to the John Kickjazz documentary. And I'm going to tell you now where it's at. Where it's at is on the cutting room floor, as they say, of the editor's suite. Why? Because no matter how we spliced it or worded it or tried to pretty up the situation, to do the entire story just on that aspect is two things. We learned, after attempting to do it, we learned that it's either very depressing because there really is no bounce back or comeback from it, you know? It's like we lost John, the original third member of ICP. People don't know this, but there was actually 4 members of ICP. When we first hit the studio and recording our first EP, Dog Beats, there was 4 members to ICP, 2 Johns and 2 Joes. And at the end of recording Dog Beats, one of the Johns quit. Then we started recording Carnival of Carnage, our debut album, and there was 1 John and 2 Joes. Me and Joey.
Joe and a Joey. Not really 2
Me
Joes.
and Joey and his brother John. We did all the Carnival of Carnage album, and John ended up leaving the group right after we recorded Carnival Carnage. And, you know, things went downhill for John. You know what I'm saying? He ended up passing away due to same reason the other John died. Heroin is a bitch. And
well, he actually, my brother actually died from alcohol, you know what I'm saying? But he went through a big heroin thing that led to all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all drugs and alcohol mixed up, you know what I'm saying? Fucked up.
and it's just, when you do a documentary all about John, as much as we wanted to show his, because I'll be honest, I said this before and I'll say it again. When I wrote the book Behind the Paint, it was like, what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago? Probably 15 years ago now. John was still very much alive, and honestly, I was very fucking bitter at him still. You know what I'm saying? This was right before the 6 Jokers card came out, and I sort of downplayed John's role in things, and I admit that, but I was real salty because he left the group at a time when we needed him the most, and he was my best friend going through a very pivotal age in a motherfucker's life. When they first have sex, you know what I'm saying? When they first break away from being an adolescent, you know, basically following your mom around, doing what as you're told, to making your own decisions, to fucking creating who you are, you know, like what kind of music you listen to, who you hang out with, how you present yourself. Those decisions are very crucial to somebody's life. And me and John and Joey were like a fucking 3-boy trio in those days. And when John quit the group, it wasn't just a group, because the group was still fairly new. It broke my heart, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't believe he did that to us, because we were always so close for so many years. And so I was bitter at him, is what I'm trying to say. And I regret that now, having lost John these years later. And I wanted to tell the story of John's real role in things. And when we focused in to do that, it just wasn't a very happy fucking ending, no matter how we tried to paint it up or, you know, how we tried to do it. So what we figured out was John's story is best told in a story about ICP completely, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
The whole thing, because you will then see ICP go on to prosper off the seeds John helped plant. You know what I'm saying? To end the story with John is too depressing. And then to show ICP continue on without John, and yet it be a John Kickjazz documentary, is also depressing. You know what I'm saying? But to give the entire legacy of ICP, and tell about John's real role in things, it's more a befitting tribute, you know, to his contributions. So we decided to do a giant documentary retrospective of all things ICP. And while we're at it, telling about John, we decided we're also going to tell about the other John, and we're going to tell about things we've gone to great lengths to keep secret from Juggalos.
I mean, this isn't a secret, but there also was another third member of ICP at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Greasy.
A
You know
replacement for John.
Yeah.
When John left,
Right.
we tried to replace him with a guy named Greasy. And that lasted like a month and a half.
Yeah, he just wasn't a rapper.
Rob
at
even-
all.
I was actually a third member.
You were for one show. You were on
one
stage
show.
though. You
One
actually
One show, I was a
Yes.
third member with the clown paint and everything.
Just the
You're
black,
right.
not the white.
And
Detroit Music Awards.
It was the Detroit Music Awards. I took place of John because he
just dropped out.
no-showed
Yeah.
or whatever.
Did you replace Greasy?
Was
I
it?
did? I don't remember.
I don't know.
No,
No,
just-
I don't
it was
remember,
John.
I don't remember what it was. Yeah.
And so I rehearsed and I went up there and we were like, man, nobody's gonna know. They're not gonna know the difference.
They didn't.
Because the group was so
Right,
new.
yeah.
Nobody knew who was in the group and what they
Right.
looked like, you know?
Yeah, that's when Stuart Frankie called us white rapping mimes.
Yeah.
From in the Metro Times. And that was the first time we got publicly dissed by a writer, and we were so fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? We put it, get off me, dog. Stuart Frankie, or couple fucking did. Fuck Stuart Frankie. They called me Stuart Frankie, you bitch ass. So
Yeah,
we were
Stuart
mad.
Frankie, bitch.
God, how mad were we for that one little fucking thing? Two different songs he made it into back in the day. We were so mad.
Yeah, we were mad.
That's back before, you gotta understand, that's back before Juggalos, that's back before whatever kind of rep ICP has. So that was like a fucking stab. We're like, we were just trying
We
to
were like,
come
oh,
up.
you just gonna talk shit
And he
about
was,
us in
a
the
prominent,
paper?
he was a prominent writer in the fucking weekly. It wasn't even the newspaper. It was the Entertainment Weekly magazine that comes out. So everybody's hip and buys records, all looking at that. And he called us white rapping mimes. And we were like, this motherfucker, man.
So,
So just to be clear, we're talking about a documentary about the entirety of ICP.
including
Like
the stuff we've gone to
from
great lengths to
pretty
keep
much everything
out of the Juggalos.
like a lot of the behind the paint, like covering all that, but all the way up until where we are
to
now.
right now.
And
things we didn't address in Behind the Paint.
right, that's what I'm saying. Like the full-on story.
Yes.
Like and John Kickjazz would be a part of that.
Just like he was
You know,
left
the story.
out of Behind the Paint, there were things left out of Behind the
No,
Paint.
there's like no JCW tour and behind the paint. You know what I'm saying? It ends at what, WWE?
Yeah, but I'm talking about travesty shit.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, everything in general. I'm just thinking of how much shit.
There was a lot left out, and this documentary we're putting together is we reached back to Paul Andreessen, who did Shockumentary and
Money
did
Rustlers.
Big Money Rustlers and did a slew of our videos and shit, and we're talking to him about putting this thing together. But before we put it together, which we already have everything pretty much put together, we wanted to see if Netflix would be down, because next year, 2021, happens to be ICP's official 30th year anniversary. You only get a 30-year anniversary once.
Yes, sir.
And ours happens to be next year, right when we're putting together this big-ass documentary, right?
Which is really a docu-series, right?
Right. So we're
Like, so-
Netflix
so-
does these
Yeah,
documentaries.
we're looking at this possibly being like 3 episodes or maybe 5.
They got these
episodes.
documentaries that are 6 episodes long,
Yeah.
like the Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre one,
Yeah, that was not.
and they
Netflix,
got
but-
lesser successful people.
Yeah, they got like
they got
yeah.
six
They got like
episode
American, right? Like
document-
American Murder. Some guy that
Yeah.
got out of death row and there was a murder.
They got
Yeah,
like
all that
6
shit.
episode documentaries, you know? So we're presenting our story to Netflix right now about them doing that with us. And if they pass, if Netflix ends up not being interested, and that's after we've exhausted every avenue we have to Netflix, if they end up not being interested, then we're going to go ahead and do the documentary ourselves, and it's going to be a 3-hour huge fucking documentary.
Pretty much like a shoot documentary. You know what I'm saying?
And you think about all the old school footage we've discovered.
Oh, God,
Since
yeah.
like it's just gonna be insane.
I want to see the ICP movie. That's what I want to see. You know what
Well,
I mean?
maybe
yeah.
someday, you know what I'm saying? But we certainly ain't got nothing to do with that. If that happens,
Right.
like we wouldn't know how
Yeah,
to, you know.
yeah. We don't.
Well,
We're still living our movie.
Yeah, I want to see that though, the ICP movie. That,
What about this? The fucking 3-hour documentary.
Oh, I mean that's sweet as fuck, but I'm just saying the ICP movie.
well, you just cut us down, Rob.
I got everybody thinking
Leave it
about
to Rob.
I got everybody thinking about the ICP.
You know, that
movies like
documentary would be cool, but what would really be cool
You guys
would be a
fuck that. You
fucking
guys
movie.
should do this.
And Big Money Thrusters. I want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
too. Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Let's throw it all out there. Come on.
all this shit is not gonna happen.
No, I swear, in our lifetime, at some point, I just feel strongly about that.
You must have forgotten one
trilogy-
crucial fact. We're broke.
The trilogy.
Right.
Hey, Kickstarter, man, millions of dollars.
You want to see fucking, you want to shoot?
I'm just saying.
You want to see big money thrusters? Tell Juggalos quit fucking up the porta potties.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll
Save
get big
some
money
money.
thrusters.
You can
Yeah.
say some money.
Quit tagging and burning the bathrooms, and maybe we'll come back with a little change for that. You
Quit
know?
sneaking in, man.
Right? It's stop blowing the
trilogy,
fucking
though.
stage up with fireworks.
Quit sneaking in by the tens of thousands.
The trilogy has to be completed at some point in our lifetime.
It will, man.
I really hope
we're
so.
only fucking, I'm only 35.
Right?
I mean, we got our whole life ahead
I'm
of us,
younger than
man.
him, so shit.
We're all mid-30s in this bitch. I mean, how much longer? I mean, we're fucking got our whole lives ahead of for real. Like, I mean,
Right,
come on.
yeah,
Like, I feel pretty capable. Right?
Right.
Don't you?
100%, yeah.
We'll come out with it eventually. As soon as we get rich off this Netflix documentary.
Right. Okay.
You see how it works?
I got
We
karma
come with a
through the roof,
documentary,
is
we
all
get
I'm
rich off that.
got turbo carpal
then
syndrome,
we're able
what'd
to
you say?
do.
I got karma through the roof.
No, you said carpal tunnel syndrome.
Karma
He's got crumple tongue.
for big money thrusters.
You got crumpet tongue. What?
Crumpet tongue?